Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about a surprising mystery. The ancient lake was located in the deepest part of a hidden valley in the province of Huesca, in the heart of the Spanish Pyrenees. It was known as the Ibon de Piedrafita. Its waters, of a blue so deep they seemed dyed with ink, had not a single ripple, reflecting the sky, trees, and mountains with a clarity so perfect that it seemed unnatural to the locals. For this reason, they called it the mirror of the world. The legends of nearby villages, such as Piedrafita de Jaca, were an echo of an ancestral past. They said that the lake not only reflected what was in front of it, but also the echoes of the past and the whispers of a future yet to be written. They told stories of fishermen who saw their ancestors in its waters, and of travelers who discovered the secrets of a destiny that did not yet belong to them. A woman named Elena, a renowned cartographer known for her skepticism, decided to embark on the journey. Her mission was not to believe, but to demystify. She was convinced that the lake was a geological marvel with a surface so still due to its protected location, and that the visions were simple, optical illusions, fueled by suggestion. The path to the lake was as difficult as its legend. Elena had to venture down forgotten trails, climb rocky slopes, and cross silent forests, where her only company was the buzzing of insects and the cold breeze. The isolation was total, preparing the mind for anything. When she finally arrived, her breath caught. The Ibon de Piedrafita was more impressive than the story said. Its surface, like an immense crystal, duplicated the beauty of the surroundings with a perfection that defied logic. It was an absolute silence, a tranquility so profound it was overwhelming. Elena, without hesitation, approached the shore. She leaned in and saw herself, but something changed. Her reflection flickered, and for an instant, she saw a younger version of herself, her face filled with deep regret, a moment that had marked the course of her life and made her the pragmatic woman she was. Elena's heart skipped a beat. Her scientific mind struggled to find a logical explanation. It was not a refraction. It was not an illusion. The image was too personal, too real. It was a memory that only her soul knew, projected onto the surface of the lake. With each passing minute, the mirror showed a new story. Now it wasn't her, but an echo of the places past. She saw an ancient tribe celebrating a ritual on the shore of the lake, their faces painted and their voices chanting a sacred song. The vision was so vivid she could feel the reverence in the air. She understood that the lake was not just a passive object. It was a guardian of memory. Its waters were a living archive that preserved the most significant moments of the land around it. It was a silent witness to a time forgotten. Elena's fascination turned into an obsession. She put aside her original mission and spent entire days on the shore, waiting for a new vision. Cold, hunger, and time lost their meaning. The lake had captivated her completely. But the truth came at a price. The lake did not only show beautiful memories, it also showed her moments of war, of pain, and of environmental destruction. Elena saw how the forest around it had been cut down and how the wildlife had struggled to survive. The beauty of the past was tainted by the pain of the present. One afternoon, as the sunlight faded, the lake showed her a reflection that paralyzed her. It was not from the past, but a warning. She saw a blurry image of scorched earth, with fallen trees and the lake's waters stained a dirty, dark color. It was a terrible future, a possibility that could still be avoided. At that moment, an old man from the local tribe, with a wise face wrinkled by time, approached her. He was not surprised to see Elena. "The lake has shown you its truth," he said in a calm voice. "It is not a mirror, it is a guardian, and it has shown you the future, so that it does not happen." The old man explained that the lake was a living being, the spirit of the earth. It had chosen to show her its secrets and its warning because it considered her worthy of its knowledge. The lake did not want to be studied or desecrated. It wanted to be protected. The last vision the lake showed her was the most important. She saw herself in a future, not as a skeptic, but as a protector of the earth. She used her maps and her knowledge to tell the stories the lake had entrusted her with. to warn the world about the danger ahead. Elena's dilemma became clear. She could write her report, dismissing the legend and returning to her old life, or she could accept the burden the lake had given her. She could be the voice of a place that had no voice of its own. With eyes filled with a new understanding, Elena made her decision. She would write about the lake, not as an object of study, but as a sacred entity. She would share the truth she had found, not as scientific proof, but as a testimony to a mystery that was much bigger than herself. She bid farewell to the Abonde Piedrafita, with a reverence she never thought she would have. She now saw it, not as a phenomenon, but as a beacon of the history and consciousness of the world. The silence of its waters was no longer terrifying, but a protective blanket. Elena returned to the outside world. Her mission and her life completely changed. Her maps no longer only detailed geography, but also the stories and secrets of the earth. She became a tireless defender of forgotten places. The legend of the Mirror of the World persists. But now, thanks to Elena, those who visit it do not seek to see their reflection, but to hear the story of the earth. A reminder that the world's deepest mysteries do not need to be solved, but honored and protected. If you like this video, you can give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share and comment. See you soon.